What's up, creeps? It's Jason, aka the Witch of Pain. That's right. And I'm here with my man, Rigor Mortis Riley. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. We're in the witch pit.
We're back, yes, in the witch pit for another Mask Morgue, and this was a little bit selfish for me because today I look pretty good. I think I got my pointy hat on. Yes,
You've bewitched me.
Yeah, I bewitched you. I like that. So we're heading into my favorite type of mask, and I don't know, maybe I'm just on this kick these days, but I've been collecting a lot of witches.
It's been consistent.
Yes, I want to build eventually a giant witch pit of just nothing but kick-ass witch masks and all that stuff. So
right.
Makers out there, keep them coming,
Right.
man. So and today we're going to talk about the Jon Fuller Crone Witch that I had him kind of not custom make. This has been a mold he's had for a while, but I said I want her green and mean, and it just came in. I'm so happy about this thing. I'm very stoked, and we'll get into this in a second here.
Right.
But let's talk a little witch, please. How about
There
that? Right? No. So to me, those who are very familiar with witches or not familiar with witches, I'm not an expert, but I am wearing the fucking hat today, so you got to listen to me, all right? So I think there's three type of witches, all right? You got your maiden, your mother, and then like your crone,
right?
Which no one really cares about the other two. It's the crone witch everybody loves.
You want
right?
the ugly ones.
We want the ugly, mean, inside in that hut in the woods out there, that stuff, and little smokestack coming out.
Little swamp.
Yes,
there
yeah. You're going to get the good stuff, right, with that. So, but if you guys are not familiar with what a crone witch is or anything like that, I'm going to try to do a little bit of education.
Okay.
Not a lot and all that stuff. And then we'll get into the masses probably while you're here. So once again, I say the crone is the old woman, the old witch of, I guess the mother, the grandmother, I guess you want to say like that,
nice
right?
and saggy.
Yeah, and they're they're known for their deep knowledge of magic and all that stuff, and basically feared for their association of death and decay, which is sign me up, man.
A sworn enemy of Christians.
Yes, yeah, basically,
Yeah.
right? And then I know people are gonna be like, oh, but we also know that they're like they're healers or protectors. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, if you like good fairy tales, I don't.
We
all
like the bad ending.
I like grim fairy tales, right?
Sour ending.
Yes,
There you
yeah,
go.
right? There's nothing good. So, but like in Europe, folklore and all that stuff, they were kind of associated with the seasonal transition, Samhain, right?
Absolutely.
And all that stuff, which is kind of cool. And it's what we kind of know it here in the States. When you think Halloween,
Absolutely.
you think the Crone Witch.
Night the witches at work.
Yeah, riding the broom and fucking all that stuff,
Cackling.
So now I have some favorite witches
Yeah.
that I like, and you want to go back all the way to even Greek mythology, and it's one called Hecate. If I said that right, my Greek.
I'm American. I don't pronounce anything right.
Hecate in Greek mythology was like the goddess of witchcraft, right? And the crossroads and the underworld, right? So, but she is normally depicted as a crone witch, you know? I think the only picture I got to pop up here, it's like a statue. Sorry. I mean, I think all Greek mythology is all just statues these days, right?
Yeah,
That stuff.
Greek sculptures.
Yeah, yes.
There you
So I love that. That's kind of like the start of my witches, right? I knew about Hecate in school and all that stuff, but there's other ones out there that I dig that I'm trying to. In fact, the Cailleach. The Cailleach is a Scottish Irish mythology type of witch, right?
The weather one.
Yes,
Yeah, there you
the
go.
Winter Witch,
Yeah.
right? And we actually have one of
We'll
these.
show her off soon.
Yeah, we have one of these, and I actually went down a deep dive of this, all the mythology or the lore in Ireland and all that stuff. And once again, if you guys are Irish out there and you know this better than me, fine, all right.
Shout
Put it
out.
in the comments below, right?
Shout out, Paul.
Yeah, yeah, our good friend Paul.
Small Paul.
Yeah, small Paul. He's our little Irish
Leprechaun.
friend. Yes. So, but the Cailleach was pretty cool, pretty vicious looking. Now look, I'm a diehard America. Let's go. What's the witch you think of when you think of American witches?
Wicked Witch of the West.
The Wicked Witch of the West,
Yeah.
man. So what's this classic? And there's been a couple mask makers out there that's actually done this,
I've
right?
seen some good ones.
Yeah,
I
and-
know one that's being worked on right now.
Really?
Yeah, Marshall Bean sculpting one right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they need to make me one.
I'll show you one after the show.
Because
Yeah,
I need a good Wicked Witch of the West,
Absolutely.
man. And then my personal favorite when it goes to Crone Witches,
Everyone's personal favorite.
it's Baba Yaga,
Not
man.
Baba Yaga.
Oh, it's so creepy. And I think we were looking at the Jon Fuller Witch here. It's like it has a lot of Baba Yaga features, but Baba Yaga wasn't normally green, you
Very
know,
fleshy,
Yeah,
translucent.
so that's kind of my fault because if John gave her a good, kind of flesh tone, pale
It could
yellow,
pass.
yeah, that would pass for a Baba Yaga in 2 seconds, man.
Absolutely.
Which if you don't know Baba Yaga, it's a Russian, like Slavic folklore witch that lives in the woods, like in this hut built on chicken feet and all this stuff. So we'll do a deep dive on Baba Yaga, right?
Sure thing.
I think that's a good fun one, man. So,
Yeah.
what is your favorite witch?
I think Baba Yaga.
Yeah?
I mean, eating kids and all that. That's just the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah,
You know?
and that's why I think witches should be, right? You should be scared of witches as a kid, right? It
Right.
should be used as a deterrent. Hey, you can go hang out in the woods, fucking watch out for Baba Yaga.
And I think I'm just afraid of old ladies because I watched The Shining too young.
Okay.
And so
Great point.
I think that's how I attribute witches to my fear of old ladies.
I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely agree on this. And we know some other notables, Meg Mucklebones.
Oh,
out
that's
there.
a favorite.
Yeah.
Movie wise, my
Okay,
favorite.
yeah, you
Right.
know. How about like the old Crone Witch and Pumpkinhead,
Oh,
man?
oh
You know?
what was her name?
forget.
Haggis or Haggis,
Yeah.
something like that.
And when you said hag, it was good because you associate hags. When you say a
Yeah.
hag witch, you think of a Crone Witch as
Warts
well.
on the nose.
Yes,
and all that. Yeah.
right. This is the classic, the best of the best, man.
Right.
So I love that one. I mean, there's tons out there, guys, that we can go down this rabbit hole. But I don't know. I'd like to know your guys' favorites, man. Throw it here. Throw it in the comments.
Comment section.
What is the evil scream? You know, the creepiest hag, creepiest Crone Witch you've seen, man. I want to know. Put it down here. But
yeah.
I jacked my head up.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
So let's get into it. Let's just talk about Jon Fuller. If you guys don't know Jon Fuller, actually I own a few pieces of his.
Monster Asylum.
Yeah, Monster Asylum, right. And he does some good stuff. I think I have he's done the Tall Man, the Angus Scrim.
Yeah. The one that kids call Joe Biden.
Everyone thinks it looks like Joe Biden, and I'm like, hey, whatever, you know. So
Right.
it's so good. I'll throw a picture up or something like that. But and then some other works that I may not even displayed yet, man.
Yeah,
that he's
right.
done for me, you know. But John's a phenomenal sculptor and painter. I mean, the guy is well-rounded. He's out of, I think, Temecula, California.
Yeah,
or
he's in
something.
Cali.
Yeah, something like that. So, good friend of ours, and the guy he knows what he's doing, man.
Dude knows how to sling some clay. For
Yeah,
sure.
it's incredible, and he has a real distinct style in all his sculpts and all that stuff. So you can see a Jon Fuller from a mile
You can
away.
pick them out of a crowd.
Yeah,
They're beautiful pieces.
which is great.
And always big too. They always
Yes.
seem to be very big.
Yeah.
very
Oh yeah.
large.
Yeah. He's definitely the beefy. Sculpts and masks and all that stuff. So I'm an avid collector of John's, and I always will be because I mean his stuff's really, really good, man. So when I told him, I'm like, he's like, what do you want her to look like? And I was like, give it to me mean and green. I just want her. When you look at her, it screams Crone Witch.
Absolutely.
You know. I know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put a hat on her or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know. So, but fuck, he did not disappoint, man.
Just
Look at this thing,
Those
man.
eyes. Those
Yeah.
eyes are piercing.
The eyes, the teeth is what I love too, right? The missing parts of the teeth and all that, or missing holes. You can see where the teeth was at
Right.
and whatnot. But then let's talk this paint job.
Right, that vein work on the side of her head is really
Yeah,
impressive.
he's known for incredible paint work on his stuff. I mean, it's multi-layered, and when you can get dimension, or depth
in latex.
in latex, that's something.
It takes someone to do that.
Yeah, it's hard. With silicone, it's I don't know if it's easier. I don't really paint much silicone,
But it has translucency, so it's
Yeah.
easier to get depth, I believe, in a
Yeah.
material like that.
So absolutely. So I think when you when you can get me, I don't know, like almost a half-inch layer of depth in a latex mask,
Right.
I think that shows that you know what you're doing.
And it looks like it's in like the surface of the skin. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it looks three-dimensional. But you put your finger on there. And
Yeah.
it's not,
Absolutely. So
That's nice
super
work.
cool. A lot of he's speckling all around it, have spots. The warts look great. The nose looks good. You can still see a lot of detail. I don't know how many pools. Jon doesn't do a lot of pools.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not, I think.
Limited pieces, I'd say.
Yeah. So you're not going to get a piece that's been like, this is the 40th time it's been pulled out of a mold or anything like that. So, but excellent stuff, man. Really cool. And I just loved her look. I stare at her daily. I asked Riley yesterday. We worked 8 hours together, and I just sit there and stared at her like it's my second wife or something. Sorry, Gina. But so, but yeah, so I think this, and then of course he laid the hair on this one instead of punched it, which you want punched hair, you're going to pay for it, right?
Right.
And which we'll get down to in a second of how much something like this costs, But cool, great mask. In
nice
fact,
and thick.
Yeah, great call, very good call. The thickness of his latex pulls are awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Either foam-filled latex, thick latex, or he does resin pieces.
Yeah,
so,
by the way, his resin pieces are incredible as well, So I normally get from Jon, I'll usually get, like my tall man I got from him was I wanted to go foam latex because I wanted a hair punch. With resin you can't punch hair, obviously, guys. I mean,
you got the glass eyes.
Yeah,
too, so.
but which is rad as hell.
And your Valak too.
Yeah.
I forgot about Valak.
Another Jon. I forgot another Jon Fuller piece.
Right. I just thought of that one. Another one you got.
Which is incredible. So I kind of hope he dives down and does some more witches, you know what I'm saying? Because I love seeing people's takes on different ones and all this stuff. And if he does do another one like this, I will definitely get a fleshier toned to see if I can
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, do a Baba Yaga one, man, and all that stuff. So, do you own some witches? You own a witch, right? You own but you own some Don
Hag. So we showed Hag.
A hag, right? Yeah.
That's my witch, right?
Which one day, Riley's going to hook me up with that.
Maybe.
And, if you guys don't remember that one, I'll see if I can throw a link like at the end of this video.
Yeah.
Like when they pop up these little boxes at the
thumbnail,
end.
yeah.
I don't even know how that works, but I'll see if I can put the hag.
That's Cody Leach.
Cody Leach, the guy knows everything,
There
man.
we go.
So, all right. No, how much are we paying for this thing? How much are we going to pay for this beautiful, beautiful girl here, man? And you said Monster Asylum.
Yep.
Where does Jon sell these things?
Etsy, or you can just message him on Instagram or Facebook. So.
Yeah, exactly, right? I talk to him constantly, but I figured it was easier just to jump on Etsy.
Right.
And then once again, you can actually pop that into Etsy. And I paid $275 for this, man.
Yeah,
which
great price.
Yeah, and I've seen him up. They vary sometimes. Sometimes they go up to $300, $325.
Hair work and whatnot.
Exactly what you want done with it. Yeah, and all that stuff. So, but Jon did me a solid and gave me a great price on this at $275, worth every penny. The thing's going to be in my collection for decades and all that stuff. But yeah, you go right on Etsy. Hit that fucking button, buy one of many items he's got on there, many masks, and then go from there, man. You know what I'm saying? And shoot him a little bit of instructions, because he will do customs. I mean, some of these are pre-built and all that stuff, but a lot of times it's made to order, which I really like, man. So, yeah, easy day, man. Another witch to our collection. What the hell? This
Witch hunt. Shout out, Dr. Chud.
Dr. Chud, yeah, exactly, man. So I hope you guys, if you got some good witches, or you got a lead on any witches, send them to Riley, send them to me, because I'm buying, man. I'm on this kick, and I need this stuff now. So that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and close this witch pit for today, right? And stir our cauldrons a little bit, and then we'll see you next time on the Mask Morgue.